I'm fighting back professionally, peacefully. All right. You see, like what Martin Luther King did. You see what Gandhi did. They fight back peacefully, and I'm using the law to fight back. And I never knew that such a thing called Equal Employment Opportunity Commission ever even existed when this was going on. I didn't find out about this until I received that letter forcing me to go to a psychologist, and then me contacting a lawyer, and then a lawyer notifying me to file a complaint with the EEOC. And I'm like, what's that? And then I find out about it. So what's very important for everybody, minorities and everybody in general that care about their human rights, is to know about the EEOC. And the EEOC is, you could go on the website at eeoc.gov, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. That's run by the government, not from the place that you work. And that's the thing that confused me. When I filed a complaint, I thought I was filing a complaint with the EEOC, with the government, or whatever. But then I was only filing a complaint within Northwestern. And at that time, they named their agency or their office EEO, Equal Employment Opportunity. That was what they labeled their place. And I'm thinking that the EEO at NU is the same thing as the EEOC, but it's not. They're two completely different things. The EEOC is operated by the state. The EEO at Northwestern is operated by Northwestern. So obviously the EEO is going to look out for the best interests of Northwestern, not for me, the person who's experiencing this discrimination. And really, I didn't know where to turn for help. I went to Human Resources, which I thought was the EEO, which I thought was the EEOC, but it was really the EEO, thinking that they would help me. And they didn't help me. They basically made it worse. And I didn't know where to go. At that point, I didn't know that there was such a thing. I didn't know it was against the law for people to make discriminating comments. I didn't know it was against the law. I thought it was just like, company policy. Like, hey, we don't like it when you guys say these things to people, so just don't do it. I didn't know it was against the law. Now I know it's against the law. And now, if it ever happens again, I'm more prepared. But back then, I wasn't prepared. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know how to make it stop. All I knew was, hey, this stuff, I don't like it, so how am I going to stop it? So I figured, hey, I'll just write a letter to these people, let them know. That's how I thought I was going to stop it. But then when all this stuff started going on, I didn't know about any of these things. So basically, now that I know, I think it's important for me to educate other people about the EEOC. And basically that when you go through things like this, that you fight back peacefully and not violently. And really, something has to be done. I mean, they intimidated me and making me scared to not speak out. When this happened, they told me not to contact anybody, that I could only contact them. And then I contacted a lawyer to figure out what I could do. And then even now, like, I am still, they try to intimidate me from speaking out, but now I decided, hey, you know what? I can't be intimidated anymore. I gotta speak out, let people know, reach out to people, let them know, hey, this is not right. What's happening. And really, check the links in the description section of this video. There are a lot of articles out there related to discrimination and racism at Northwestern University. Students feel like they're being racially profiled, and as a police officer, I witnessed a lot of these incidents. And there's a lot of racism and discrimination occurring in Northwestern University. If you check the public records, you'll see lawsuits being filed. Check these articles that are written from their own newspaper source, Northwestern Daily, talking about racism constantly. Just recently, they had this thing called blackface, where 2 students were on campus during Halloween painting their faces black. And then the African Americans taking offense and then it going national. I mean, them taking it serious, having a meeting, going in an auditorium, over 500 people showing up, the president of the university showing up, the media making coverage about it, talking about this blackface. And this happened like just after my incident. But then when it comes to my incident, nobody even really pays attention. Nobody was even giving me much support. I was contacting Northwestern Daily and they wouldn't even get back to me. So I had to go to the Chicago Tribune. And then Chicago Tribune put in an article, and then Northwestern Daily contacts me like 2 days later. It's like, okay, I'm a police officer being discriminated, and I'm working for a police department that's supposed to watch over you, and you still don't care? To me, I don't understand. I mean, 2 students painting their faces black, and then there's a public outcry. 500 people showing up to show support and to discuss it. Me being a police officer, being discriminated against, and then being retaliated, and then being wrongfully terminated, and then we have a forum, and then 50 people show up. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I mean, I'm not even getting support, and I'm going through this. So, I mean, I'm disappointed in the Northwestern community to allow this, for not giving me support. And this is a serious thing. Just because I'm not black and I just happen to be Asian, it doesn't make a difference. Discrimination is discrimination, no matter if it's happening against a black person, Asian person, Hispanic person, or whatever. You check the articles. Go to Northwestern Daily, type in the search engine, racial profiling, discrimination. You'll see all these articles popping up. All these students complaining about how they're being treated. And all this stuff is swept under the carpet, ignored. Well, I don't want my case to be ignored. I want people to constantly remember what I had to go through. I mean, I did everything I was supposed to do. I was a good officer. I'm a good person. And anybody that watches my videos, you should be able to feel that. I mean, I make a bunch of videos out there from the heart, speaking the truth. I'm promoting peace. And it hurts me that basically when people treat me like this, it hurts me when I see people discriminating against other people. It doesn't feel good to me. When as an officer, and I see African Americans being racially profiled, it does not feel good to me. When I see African Americans getting their rights violated, it does not feel good to me. It's hard for me to participate in that type of behavior. And I draw the line. When people start discriminating against me, at least I could step up and try to do something about it. And really, there was a Northwestern student who did step up to do something about it. A Northwestern student who felt that he was being racially profiled. He went directly to the papers, directly to the media, and complained about it. Hey, this happens to me so many times. I'm being racially profiled. Get the word out there. And they got the word out there, and they started to make some huge changes. The police department and Northwestern started to really make some changes at that point because of that one student. And that's what it takes. It takes you fighting back professionally, peacefully, using the media and all the social network. Get the word out there. It's the same thing as going to a restaurant. Imagine you go to a restaurant and there's a cockroach in your food. And then you notify the manager, and then the manager accuses you of putting it in there. You're like, what? What are you talking about? I didn't put it in there. It was It was like that when I ordered it. And then you're arguing with the manager. The manager, no, get out the store. Get out, get out. The way to fight back, you destroy the reputation. Be like, hey, I found a cockroach in my food, and this manager pushed me out the restaurant and accused me of putting a cockroach in there. You destroy the reputation. You make them go out of business. That's how you fight back. And with Northwestern, I'm fighting back. What happened to me is not right. And this is not the first time. They discriminate against many people. There's many lawsuits that went on. And you check the articles. Check it yourself. There's many articles of people feeling discriminated. This stuff keeps going on, and it's time for it to stop. Something has to be done. And if I'm going to stand alone against Northwestern, I'll stand alone against them. I'll keep pumping out videos. And the more people that know me, the more people will know about what happened to me at Northwestern. And I'll tell you right now, it costs maybe $200,000 a year to go there, right? In 4 years, what, $800,000 for one student? Maybe close to $1 million for one student. The more people that find out what happened to me and what happened to all these other people that went to Northwestern, who wants to go to a university that's racist? That has a racist community. I don't want to go to that university. I'd rather go to a university where I feel like I'm being accepted for who I am. I don't want to go to a university where I'm feeling that I'm being racially profiled by the police and the community. So, hey, if I just convince one person to go to another university, they're already losing out about $1 million. So seriously, Northwestern better take this serious, because this is serious. The more people that know me, the more people that know Northwestern and what they did to me. And this is the truth. I'm speaking the truth. If you want to put me in jail for speaking the truth, then go ahead. I'm going to speak the truth. This is what happened to me. And I ain't afraid to speak about it. It's not right. What Northwestern wants me to do is not speaking about it. They want me to zip up my mouth and stop speaking. Because the more that I speak, the more people know. They don't want me to speak. They want me to be scared. They want me to be afraid. Well, I'm not afraid. I'm coming out with it. This is what happened. And hey, you got to make some changes. Northwestern, you got to make some changes. And the community, I need your support. Well, actually, if you don't want to support me, I'm still going to fight. But if you fight with me, then it's going to put the pressure on them to make the change. If this stuff is tolerated, then it's setting an example for every other university, every other company. Hey, it's okay to discriminate, because as long as you got billions of dollars, or as long as you got a lot of money, you could just sweep it under the rug. You could just forget about it. You're pretty much saying, hey, as long as you got money, you do whatever you want. Well, if that's the world you want to live in, then don't give me support. But if you want to live in a different world where you make a change, like the way Martin Luther King made a change for the world, then give me the support. Be like, hey, this ain't right. This person is a good person. Complain about discrimination, and then you retaliate against them, and you wrongfully terminate him, and he has 4 kids and a wife, and that's the only job he had. You throw him out in the streets because he complained about discrimination. I mean, Martin Luther King, did he really change much? It seems like the racism is still there. It's just hidden. It's still there. It's just hidden. And when it's hidden, it could be even worse. Because who wants to go to work at a place feeling that nobody wants them there? I don't think anybody wants that.